Welcome back, grade 8s. We are doing a live memo of question 2 from our revision activity in class, the one from the whiteboard. And you can see the screenshot there of that particular question. And we are going to jump straight into the scenario. Tandy purchases a cellular phone for 2,199 Rand. She agrees to pay for the phone by means of a hire purchase loan. The loan agreement stipulates that the loan is to be paid off over 2 years at 10% per annum simple interest, and a cash deposit of 20% has to be paid. So 2.1.1 is asking us to calculate the cash deposit. So the cash deposit here is not 10%. Okay, it is the one that says 20%. A cash deposit of 20% has to be paid of what? Of the cellular phone's cost price, or selling price rather. So that will be 20 over 100 multiplied by 2,199 Rand over 1. So that of course is 0.2 multiplied by 2,199 Rand, and we get a cash deposit of 439 Rand and 80 cents. That is our cash deposit. Right, so that is 2.1.1 answered. 2.1.2, calculate the loan amount. So what is the loan amount? The loan amount is that amount that I get after I've subtracted the deposit from the selling price. So the selling price is of course what the phone is costing. It is costing us 2,199 Rand to purchase. So the loan amount is going to be 2,199 Rand minus the cash deposit of 439 Rand and 80 cents. And that will be equal to 2,199 minus 439 and 80 cents gives us 1,759 Rand and 20 cents. So that is the loan amount. So there's no funny business here, there's no insurance and all kinds of weird stuff. This is straightforward. We are simply taking away the deposit and getting the loan amount of 1,759 Rand 20 cents. And we have answered 2.1.2. 2.1.3, determine the amount of money that will be repaid on the loan at the end of 2 years. So the amount of money that will be repaid on the loan at the end of 2 years. So that means we need to work with a loan amount. And of course, we are not going to pay back the loan amount only after 2 years. We need to, of course, look at the interest. So they are charging us interest to be able to make the loan. And that interest is calculated at 10% per annum. So what we can do is, well, we can do this in two ways. We can say, I'm going to determine the amount of money that will be repaid on the loan. In other words, the final amount. I'm going to calculate the final amount that will be repaid on the loan. So my loan amount here acts as my initial amount as well, because that's the amount of money I'm borrowing, which is the loan amount. And my final amount is the amount after 2 years, including the interest. So I'm going to try and do both. In fact, I will do both ways here. So I could say, well, the interest is 10%, which is 10 over 100, multiplied by 1,759 and 20 cents over 1. So that is 1,759, 20 cents multiplied by 10 over 100, which is 0.1 basically, and that gives us 175 Rand and 92 cents. That is the interest for 1 year, right? So remember, we are calculating interest at 10% per annum, so per year. So this is the interest for, I'll just say simple interest for 1 year. For 1 year. But of course, I want to know what is the simple interest for 2 years, because that's the amount that that's the number of years that the loan is taken over. So I can then say, well, let's take this 175 92 cents and multiply it by 2. So take that, multiply by 2, and I get 351 Rand and 84 cents. And that will be my interest my SI for 2 years, simple interest for 2 years. Okay, so what am I doing with this amount? Remember, they're asking us to calculate the amount of money that will be repaid on the loan. So I need to repay what I borrowed, which was the 1,759 Rand and 20 cents. And I need to repay the interest that they charge me. So my repayment amount, let's call it the repayment amount, is equal to the loan amount, which is 1,759.20 cents, plus total interest for 2 years, which was 351 and 84 cents. So that gives us 2,111 Rand and 4 cents. Is that what they wanted? They said determine the amount of money that will be repaid on the loan at the end of 2 years. That is correct. That is what they wanted. That is the amount that will be repaid. Now, we could have done the following. We could have said, well, I want the final amount at the end of the 2 years, so I can use the following formula. A is equal to P1 plus R times N over 100. And I can just substitute. So I want the value of A. The value of P here, of course, is the loan amount, which was 1,759 Rand and 20 cents. Inside the bracket, I've got 1 plus my interest rate there for the simple interest was 10%. So it's 10 multiplied by how many years? It's 2 years divided by 100. And if I do this on the calculator, I should get the same answer. That's 10 times 2 divided by 100 plus 1, and then times 1,759 and 20 cents, and I get 2,111 Rand and 4 cents. So we can clearly see there, let's use pink, my repayment amount is the same here as it is over here. So you can choose this method over here, doing it piecewise, or doing it all in one go using the formula.